Look at that, guys. Finally, I'm kind of sad to part with this thing.
I'm not.
Got a nose ring in the back.
Bull scrotum. Yeah, it's pierced. Gosh, it stinks in here, guys. It stinks.
It stinks.
I'm a little concerned. Oh gosh, I'm a lot concerned about
Well, it's gonna go away
the
eventually.
resonance of this smell.
Oh, don't worry about that.
We gonna come in tomorrow, it's gonna stink. We gonna come in the next day, it's gonna stink.
Just wipe it down, man.
Just wipe it. Just rub your hand on it, and then your hand will smell like it.
You smell my hand. My hand smells like
Pine
blue
Sol.
cheese pine Sol.
No, guys,
man, that's an idea.
just slather it in Pine Sol. I'm so excited that this happened.
I'm so excited.
Shannon and Candace did pretty good with the smelling too, right?
Yeah.
I've only heard about it, so I haven't gotten to watch it yet.
Don't spoil any items.
Do you know-
Gone over.
Before we get into the smelliest items in the world, I do want to point out that
Smelliest things you can smell on Earth.
A,
It's good look. Good look for you.
good shirt look. You got a good shirt look? I got this good shirt look. I was actually going to talk about this shirt. There was a time in my life when I would have,
You want to push that all the way out?
I would have worn this. Maybe not this.
No
way.
way.
It's in.
But like, look at the bell on this thing.
Tuck it in. Tuck it in and see if you can pull it off. Are we? Our screen's not on. Are we? Is he in frame? Can they see that?
Don't watch me tuck my shirt in.
It's like a granddad coming out of a bathroom. It's like, granddad's.
Give me a second, Lorraine.
Once you get the senior citizen discount at McDonald's, you can come out of the McDonald's restroom with your belt still, your pants still undone.
This is the kind of
It's
shirt.
like, oh, I got it. Or you can stand up. You can stand up, undo your pants, and then retuck your shirt in, and then redo your pants.
Well, this
once
is
you
the-
reach a certain age
This
as a
is
man.
the kind of shirt that if
You're not at that age.
If you have your fly open, the shirt comes out of the fly. You know, it's so big. Like you see a guy with his fly down, like a granddad, and he's got like a.
No, I've seen
Can I do that? Would that be?
I've seen
appropriate? Something like that.
I've seen friends of mine do that in school by
Can I do
accident.
that to demonstrate, or would that be
No,
inappropriate?
it would be yes. Do not do it.
We'll just pretend,
I want to be very clear. Do not do it.
pretend that my fly's open.
No. Just sit back down. And actually, except for it's not that bad except for the collar and the shoulders.
Did you do the untuck around so it's like billowing a little
Yeah,
bit?
like billow it a little bit more.
Remember that look that was going on for a while?
Well, there's
Yeah,
lots.
it's like you're a skydiver.
There's
Just
lots-
jumped out of a plane.
Yeah.
Now the thing is that there's somebody right now watching this. Just to be honest with you, who's got the same look.
No. I'll go further. I'll say, there.
10%?
You, sir, are watching this in the future from now, and you're
it
wearing this ensemble. Not this one because we didn't ship it to
Well, the
you.
funny thing about
like
it
GMM
is,
Wynne face, but
Link,
this
you're
is the
gonna wear
style
this.
in the future.
You're talking to yourself, man.
Hey, Link in the future, you look great in that billowy shirt. Sit down.
You'll be like, why did we have such tight shirts when we could have had all that extra material?
Okay, so what I've done the liberty of doing here.
I think it's taken the liberty of doing, actually.
What I've did a
What
liberty.
I've done the liberty of doing.
I've taken the liberty of asking Yahoo Answers, what is the smelliest thing in the world? Or actually, I just found that someone else has asked this. A cute little avatar that has no name associated with it asked, what is the absolute stinkiest, most putrid smelling thing on the face of the earth? Farts? Rotten eggs? Skunk smell? Something even more diabolical? Let's each get our answers in our head, crew. And when you're called upon, you can tell me what you think the stinkiest thing is. And I'm gonna read some of these. So if they take your answer, you have to come up with another one. Linda P has the best answer. OMG, the worst thing I ever smelt. Which I think that means like that's something that a blacksmith does. Was a dead possum in the middle of the RD that was in 90-degree heat. It was all puffed up from the heat, and my sister ran over it. It stunk so bad. It took forever to get the smell out of her car. We were gagging all the what to the car wash. It was horrible.
All the what to the car wash. Yeah, well, see, now let's put things into perspective, because I feel like we need to define some terms here.
Stinky is when something smells bad.
Okay, that's a good one. But a possum, you're smelling the process of decomposition, right?
Bloating.
You're smelling bacteria. What causes smell is bacteria go in there and they start breaking it down, and then they excrete waste, and that's what you're smelling.
Cool.
Okay, so that's not really the dead possum, but like if you were to say durian as an example, that fruit that smells so bad that we thought that was, that's an actual thing that has a smell, a distinct smell. Because I could also say like a dumpster, the bottom of a dumpster.
Dumpster juice.
Dumpster juice isn't a thing, right?
Yeah, it is. Sure, it is. It is. Is that your thing?
I think there's two parts to this. The smelliest smell that you could smell, period. Or the smelliest smelling thing is a different thing.
Let's keep it wide open. So you're going with dumpster juice if we go wide open?
No, I think a dumpster full of dead things. That's the worst. A dumpster full of dead things.
Like animal shelter refuse?
It doesn't have to be, I don't know what it is. Everything that you can imagine, and then dead bodies.
Anybody have a suggestion?
The thing with Felix.
The surströmming.
Oh, the surströmming.
So when we did that and we threw it out in our dumpster, so that on top of rotting was the degrossing.
A surströmming, or however you say it, dumpster.
I listened to a whole NPR special on the,
I heard that
the
too.
reporter trying
I heard it
that,
too.
and they would play the audio of them like.
And they talked about how the can was puffed up, and all of that was how it was supposed to be.
Can you imagine? It was all on purpose.
Do you guys have any?
Dead fox.
Dead fox.
Dead fox.
I actually smelled a dead fox.
You smelled a dead fox.
Yeah.
Like, did you pick it up and like smell it?
Yes. It's a roadkill, I guess. No, we
Roadkill.
went out to the desert to shoot a movie, and a car broke down, and so we were like stranded in the middle of nowhere, and it was a dead fox, and we were like, let's pick it up. Like somebody
saw the dead fox and said, let's pick it up.
Bring it on set, and it'll be a prop. It'll be really cool.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
a
was
great
good
idea.
to, like, pick up that fox up and put it in.
So when you picked it up, it was like when you opened up that tortilla or whatever it was, and the smell hit me, and I legitimately gagged.
It was dry though. It's like completely dry.
Oh, and it was still bad.
It was too bad though. Yeah.
My nose is running from all the cleaner. Chase, you got one?
Mine, yeah. The worst thing I ever smelled was the squeezable foods thing when like it was all at
Oh,
the end.
when we did the squeezable food test, all the remnants.
Plastic bottles that I was in cleaning up.
We created that.
I was like trapped in like a.
What about those boots that had milk in the bottom of them?
That was gross.
What was that
We've
from?
created
Oh
a
my
bunch of
God.
really bad smells.
That is the smelliest thing I've ever smelled.
Now, what was that? What was that from?
That was your
It
feet,
was
right?
the waiters that we used.
Pool
for-
pants.
It wasn't even milk. It was just mildew.
No.
The boots that we wore when we did pool pants.
Mildewed.
Oh my
Mildew,
God,
dude.
I gagged.
What about catfish bait? We've smelled that before. It's horrible. Catfish bait's pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Dumpster, especially on a hot day. Stink bugs. I've never smelled a stink bug.
Parmesan cheese?
Give me a
Give me a
break.
break. That smells incredible.
Susie says, my boyfriend says my farts smell like rotten eggs. I guess I can admit to that.
Yeah, you can admit that you're human, Susie?
Now everyone knows, Susie.
Susie, I can't believe you admitted that.
Canned cat food. Well, that's an acquired smell.
My little brother.
Sulfur. A paper mill smells horrible. Like where they make paper.
You know the thing about that though? It stinks really bad at first, but I feel like if you stick around long enough, you start liking it.
Well, you get used to it. Your brain filters it out, and it only smells new smells. Eddie,
Yeah.
what's yours?
The surströmming thing.
The surströmming.
The worst.
Yeah, that was.
Pungent and it like pierced.
I've never. Yeah, it was like running into a wall.
I just feel
smell.
like there's a threshold. I guess my point is, I feel like there's a threshold at when multiple things. It's like asking, what's the loudest noise in the world? Well, I don't know. There's lots of things that get really loud. Maybe that's a bad example.
What's the loudest noise in the world, Yahoo? I'm gonna search that.
Okay, that's a good one.
All right, I'm gonna Yahoo
Hold on,
answers.
the loudest noise in the world. You know what it is?
Sonic Boom. What's the loudest?
I think a
Noise.
nuclear explosion is louder.
What's the loudest noise in the world?
That surströmming though,
What is the loudest noise in the world, and can it deafen you?
but that plus being
And
left out.
can it deafen you?
I tried to wrap it in a bag.
Best answer, Don E knows. Most sounds above 90 decibels will temporarily deafen you. At 120 decibels, your ears begin to actually hurt from sound level. At 140, you will suffer permanent hearing loss. At 180, your ears literally die. The loudest noise cannot exceed 194 decibels. Standing within 100 feet of a jet airplane taking off will permanently deafen you since it is 140 decibels.
No.
Well, it's just the best answer.
You can't be permanently deafened. That means anytime a plane gets close to somebody, they'd be deaf.
Duggar.
All those people running around have giant earmuffs on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you could lose some hearing, but permanently deafen?
Have you gotten smaller, or has your shirt?
This
Duggar
is the new thing.
answers the question. The Krakatoa volcano explosion seems to be the biggest well-documented noise. But there is evidence of events much bigger. Supervolcano blasts in India and Yellowstone National Park were bigger events than Krakatoa, and some meteorite strikes
Why do you think
were
he
bigger
talks
too.
like that?
Of course, they can deafen you, providing you are close enough to be damaged and far enough away to survive. But the noises are low-pitched for the main part, which tend to do less ear damage than the high pitches at the same volume. On this scale of events, nuclear blasts are not all that big.
Oh, really?
Blast. DKA 2012 said, 5 years ago he answered this.
Yeah, this is old news.
I thought the loudest noise ever produced on Earth was when Krakatoa erupted.
What's the loudest noise that you've ever heard?
Krakatoa.
What's the loudest noise you've ever heard personally? Like the loudest, like some people have been like next to legit explosions and they were temporarily deafened. I mean, I one time when I was younger, I went dove hunting with my dad to kill birds of peace. Yes, go ahead and comment how you think that's wrong. So I was right next to my dad, and he like had a 12-gauge shotgun, and he like pulls up.
No.
And you know, there was no harm. He was shooting above me, but he was like going like this, but my ear was towards the barrel of the gun, which was like a couple of feet above me, and he shot up at the bird. And it was just like for a second, it was just I couldn't hear anything and just ringing. I think that's the loudest noise my ear has ever experienced. You ever heard that?
I heard about that. I heard that.